Yeah, no, I mean, basically, the way that it works at this point for me, it's just I'm not looking for like high conflict, you know, relationships. And because of that, like, because of the reason, like, one of the reasons why like relatability kind of went up in terms of what I was looking for was, like the depth analysis there is just that there's a lower potential for, a tense, rocky relationship with somebody that has a higher degree of relatability. Like that's what's interpersonally going on that level. And the reason why I started valuing it, because it was just like with people that aren't so, similar. Like one of the things that happens is that it pushes the potential for disagreements and conflicts to the roof. And you know while I've started to realize that I'm not really a big fan of like drama, and fights and whatnot. And you know despite that, quite a bit of it finds its way to me. But that doesn't mean that I like being in, the conflict, in a high conflict, relationship myself. And because of that, and because of the realizations that are taking place there, and because of my own personal history when it comes to dating, I've started to realize that if where there is a high potential for interpersonal conflict between me and a partner, it's like, I might want to head in the other direction. And it's not that I don't think that with enough strenuous effort that, like, that a lot of difficulties can't be overcome and everything, and that we shouldn't, strive when somebody is mostly compatible with us to overcome those difficulties. It's just when there is a huge amount of incompatibility, and you still go for it. Like, don't blame me if you get shit results. It's just all I'm saying with regards to that. It's not really a wise move to make at the end of the day, when it's going to be a ton, where obstacles that are in the path of your relationship seem completely insurmountable. That's probably a sign to, you know move on, look elsewhere. But when you think that the conflicts can be overcome, and that you guys can learn to, you know overcome those difficulties, then yeah, maybe you guys make a decent enough pair to shoot for it. But yeah, no, I mean, that's what's going on, though. At the end of the day, that's the big that's the big thing about it. It's not wanting, to deal with, a high a sky high potential for, arguments and fights, and realizing that one of the reasons why, like, I find myself preferring the partner that I have to a huge extent, is that, those choices were made on that basis in the first place. It was, you know one of the reasons why, like, that decision just keeps getting doubled down upon, as far as our partnership, despite the the non-monogamy that exists in it, is precisely that realization. It's not wanting to have a fight every other day. It's not wanting those experiences to be common. It's the realization that they will still happen. But in a relationship with somebody that I already find relatable, the amount of conflicts starts to fall. You know, it's a much more stable way of going about, dating, is to choose somebody that's more alike than vastly different. And so that that aspect of it kind of caused me to start to rethink a lot of the stuff that I had been thinking when I was like 13. You know, I started to prefer people that I found, more or less not on my level, and of a similar wavelength and mentality.